Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into a complete, structured breakdown of a truly history-making journey in the world of soccer. The beautiful game, Ethan's journey to World Cup glory. We are looking at a story packed with grit, raw emotion, and just the sheer will to succeed on the absolute biggest stage on Earth. So let's get right into it. 80,000. Just take a second and imagine that. The deafening roar of 80,000 fans packed into a massive stadium. You've got flags waving proudly in literally every direction, national anthems echoing through the cool night air. You know, every 4 years, the entire world essentially just comes to a standstill for this one unforgettable global phenomenon, the FIFA World Cup. It's the kind of scale and spectacle that's honestly kind of hard to wrap your head around until you realize the sheer weight of those expectations. Because let's be real, this is so much more than just a tournament. This is the ultimate crucible. It's exactly where dreams are tested, where legends are born, and where millions of fans completely unite behind one singular goal. The stakes? Absolutely astronomical. Every single player who steps onto that pitch is carrying the very real hopes of an entire nation on their shoulders. And today, we're going to follow one specific player, a young man named Ethan, who stepped right into that exact pressure cooker. Section 1. Childhood Dreams and Doubters. Okay, let's dive into this. Before you can really understand the champion, you've got to understand where they started, right? For Ethan, the dream of playing in the World Cup wasn't something he just, stumbled into as an adult. This was a fire that burned from the time he was a little kid. Look at what it actually took to get there. We're talking speed, passing, shooting, and above all, determination. This wasn't just a weekend hobby. Every single afternoon after school, he was out at the neighborhood park. Rain or shine, it literally did not matter. He put in the grueling, everyday practice. While other kids were taking it easy, Ethan was out there running drills, repeating the same passes over and over, and honing that final, crucial point, determination. It was exactly this structured discipline, day in and day out, that eventually earned him his spot on the national team. But, as you might expect, with big dreams come really loud doubters. People explicitly told a young Ethan right to his face, the World Cup is only for the greatest players. They tried to put him in a box. But his unwavering response, always delivered with a smile, was simply, "One day, I'll wear my country's jersey and prove that dreams come true." He didn't argue with them. He just kept working through countless sacrifices, trusting that his discipline would eventually answer the critics for him. Which brings us to Section 2, facing the first test. So years of practice finally pay off, and Ethan's childhood dream becomes reality. The World Cup begins. But right out of the gate, the pressure is just enormous. They're facing off against a tournament favorite in their opening match, and, well, things go wrong fast. The first half didn't go as planned at all. The opposing team scores a brilliant goal, leaving Ethan's squad down 1-0. The crushing reality sets in, and at halftime, that locker room was dead silent. Every single player just looked deeply disappointed. But then, the second half was a completely different story. Renewed energy, they're controlling the midfield, and suddenly they're creating vital chances. So how exactly did that traumatic shift happen? It all goes back to one specific moment in that silent locker room. The coach stood up and delivered these exact words. "Champions aren't defined by how they start. They're defined by how they respond when everything is against them." Wow, that simple, profound shift in mindset, it changed absolutely everything for Ethan and his teammates. From there, the pace of the game absolutely exploded. Step 1, 72nd minute, Ethan channels that renewed energy, takes control, and delivers this perfectly timed pass, leading straight to the equalizing goal. Boom, it's 1-1. But he wasn't done. Step 2, final minutes. The crowd is on its feet. Ethan gets the ball near midfield, accelerates, and literally dribbles past one defender, then another. The goalkeeper rushes forward. Time seems to just completely freeze, and Ethan strikes the ball with total confidence. That unbelievable, dramatic victory launched them straight into the knockout stage. Now, let's be clear, this was no cakewalk. The reality of the World Cup is brutal. The weeks that followed were a grueling gauntlet. We're talking extra-time battles, nerve-wracking penalty shootouts, and just relentless opponents. Surviving this phase demanded immense courage, unbreakable mental strength, and incredible teamwork. They fought tooth and nail, match after grueling match. And finally, Section 3, the World Cup Final. After weeks of this unforgettable competition, they arrived. The single biggest game in world soccer. The atmosphere in that stadium was incredibly tense. It was absolutely electric. Both teams are fighting fiercely right from the opening whistle. But then, midway through the second half, disaster strikes. The opposing team scores first. The clock is ticking down, and it really feels like it's over. But remember what the coach said? Champions don't quit. In the 88th minute, with just 2 minutes of regular time left on the clock, Ethan creates this brilliant attacking move that results in the equalizer. The match pushes into extra time, and in those final ticking moments, his team earns a crucial free kick right outside the penalty area. Will the dreams slip away? The stadium falls completely, eerily silent. Millions of viewers around the globe are holding their collective breath. Ethan steps forward. He focuses on his target. He takes his run up. And he strikes the ball perfectly. It soars over the defensive wall, bends beautifully through the air, and flies right into the upper corner of the net. Goal! Moments later, the final whistle blows. The players just collapse to the grass with pure joy. Fans are in tears. Confetti is raining down from the sky as the captain lifts the FIFA World Cup trophy high above his head. It's the exact moment every single player dreams about. Section 4. More than a game. Now as the celebrations carried on, we really have to take a step back and reflect. Why was Ethan able to achieve this? What can we actually take away from this incredible spectacle? Well, look at Ethan's own reflection as he held that trophy. He said, "Dreams don't come true by chance. They come true through hard work, sacrifice, and believing in yourself, even when no one else does." And this is the ultimate takeaway. Ethan's journey wasn't magic. It was engineered through pure resilience. In these specific traits, hard work, sacrifice, unyielding self-belief, they apply directly to absolutely any grand pursuit in your own life. These core principles pretty much summarize everything we've explored today. This is the essence of why they call soccer the beautiful game. It's a celebration of passion. It's a profound story of perseverance. And it is a constant, powerful reminder that teamwork will always be stronger than talent alone. And that brings us to the end of our explainer with one final thought to leave you with. The FIFA World Cup proves every 4 years that history isn't just something we remember. It is something that is actively made by those willing to put in the work. So the question is, how will you make yours? Take that inspiration with you today. Thank you so much for joining me to break this all down, and I'll catch you in the next one.